Hi, I'm Leanne Miller, and today we're doing two of my favorite things: baking cranberry orange scones and coffee beans. We're going to have some of the best coffee right from Amish country. Join me next on Amish Country Living.
Right. All right, we're just going to start out with our flour.
Now, is this an all-purpose flour?
This is an all-purpose flour. We have a little over 2 cups in here.
Okay.
We'll have the recipe
Posted, yes. We'll have the recipe posted on AmishCountryLiving.com, so you can go online.
Baking powder.
Baking powder, that looks like a couple teaspoons.
It's actually 4 teaspoons.
Okay.
Okay, we have just a little bit of sugar.
Okay, just a little bit of sugar. Well, you don't need a whole lot of sugar if you're putting in that much butter.
No.
Okay.
And we'll put in some orange.
Orange
peel.
rind? Is that orange rind?
Yep,
Okay.
grated orange rind.
Okay, lovely.
And a little bit of salt.
Now, another thing too, Mandy, is you can garnish beautifully with these. You can take your cran raisins, you can take an orange twist, you can take some powdered sugar to garnish with those. Makes a lovely garnish.
Yes. Now, what you do is you just mix up your ingredients.
Don't be
afraid to get your
afraid.
hands in there.
Listen, you have 4 kids, you're not afraid of nothing.
No.
Okay, all right.
Okay, from there we're going to add our butter.
Okay.
Now, the secret to great scones
Tell me.
is cold butter, and our butter is a little soft.
That's okay. We're gonna roll with it. So cold butter makes what's that do to your consistency?
What it does is it makes a nice crumb mixture.
Okay.
Okay. You don't want to have a real smooth dough. Do you ever make biscuits?
Yes.
It's very similar to making biscuits.
Okay. So you don't want a dough like a bread dough. You want a kind of a, I'm not going to say kind of crumbly.
You want coarse crumbs.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So we're going
Look
to
at you go. You've done this before.
Pinch it with your fingers.
Okay.
Work the butter in there. So we're getting some nice little crumbs.
I have a feeling that you have real whipping cream right there. Is that what you're going to put in here? So,
absolutely.
How can you go wrong with the scone?
You can't. But if you are concerned about eating a little healthier, first of all, it doesn't have a lot of sugar in it.
Okay.
I always watch my sugar.
Okay, all right.
Other ingredients you can use are half and half milk or buttermilk.
Okay. Mandy, as long as it's real, you don't have to eat 7 scones.
Right.
If you eat 1 scone with
once in a
real
while,
butter, real cream, yum.
Yummy.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Great.
see, look how we have nice
Yes.
nice
coarse
little
crumbs. Look at that.
See?
Almost reminds you
It's all
of
mixed in.
pie crust crumbs. Almost.
Exactly.
Okay.
Very similar to that. Okay, so then what we're going to do, let's go ahead and add our cranberries, dried cranberries.
Okay. Cran raisins.
Or craisins. These are
Craisins.
craisins.
Okay, craisins.
Okay. Add those in just like that. See? Ta-da.
Yep.
Okay, now we're going to we have 2 eggs. We're going to beat those quickly.
Okay. Whites and everything. Okay.
Whites and all. Just beat them a little bit. Just to get them mixed up.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our whipping cream.
Now, can you work the dough too much?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
The other secret to great scones is very little handling, and I'll show you.
I love that. That
Yes.
makes it even quicker to do.
Yeah, look, you can whip this up in no time flat.
Okay, so you're just whipping your eggs, your real whipping cream, and we're going to put that in our flour mixture.
Put that right in our
You're going to work
flour
that
mixture.
into a dough, and then you're going to cut these up.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
You want that?
Yep, sure.
All right, so here we go again. It's going to be a little gooey.
Oh, I like gooey. I'm not afraid of gooey.
We'll start out with the spatula
Okay.
for now, but then we're going to use our hands again.
Okay.
Just kind of mix this all in.
Okay.
Okay.
Super.
And then we're going to get all gooey again.
So, okay, yeah, we're not afraid of goo.
Don't be afraid of goo, because they are going to be a little gooey until we get them out onto the counter.
Okay. And even when we get them out onto the counter, it's not going to look like cookie dough. It's not going to look like bread dough. It's going to look different.
We're only mixing until we have the flour incorporated with the liquid.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now,
let's go ahead and, do you want to sprinkle your flour
sure.
on?
And when we come back, we're going to finish these scones out, and I am going to eat one. It's absolutely beautiful. You know, we've been busy making these scones, and Mandy, tell me about when you get those ingredients in the bowl, tell me about what you do, the process of kneading it, turning it out, and getting it in the oven.
All right, don't forget that when you put all your ingredients in, they're going to be sticky.
Okay.
It's fine. Then you're going to take flour and sprinkle it on your countertop pretty heavily.
Okay, okay.
Put your dough out onto the countertop.
And don't be afraid to touch that dough. Just dig right in.
Get your spatula and plop it on the counter, dig right in, and then you're going to knead your dough about 6 to 8 times. Knead it like you're doing tough bread.
Okay, okay. And don't be afraid to just really get into that dough. Knead it 6 or 8 times. And that just basically brings everything together into a nice...
You're incorporating your hard butter. You're pushing your butter into your flour mixture.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and from there we shaped it into a lovely 8-inch circle.
Okay.
About 1 inch high.
Okay, and we don't have to be real picky. It can be 8 or 9, just as long as we're about 1 inch high, because we've got baking powder in those scones. They're going to rise lovely in the oven.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and from there, just take a knife or a pizza cutter.
Okay.
And cut your dough into 8 sections.
Okay, you know what? I can tell that you have done this so much because you just knew what to do with that knife. You kind of teetered the knife, and it looked easier than probably a pizza cutter because it pulls out nice and clean. So you can teeter that knife, and they're in 8 pie-shaped pieces. We don't have to grease our pan at all.
Nope. All you have to do is we brushed a little bit of milk onto our scones.
And we can use heavy whipping cream if we want.
Heavy whipping cream, half and half, depending on how much cream you want in.
All right.
And then just sprinkled a little bit of sugar on top of each of the scones. Put them in the oven at 400 and bake for 10 to 12 minutes.
Until they're nice golden brown. Nice and golden brown. We take those out, and they've raised beautifully, and we're ready for this incredible mock Devonshire cream.
Yes.
Tell me about this mock Devonshire cream. I just would like to just take this spatula. It's just awesome.
Okay. Well, regular Devonshire cream requires unpasteurized cream.
Okay.
And so that's a little hard to find. So we have a recipe for mock Devonshire cream.
Okay.
Which all it is a half a cup of whipping cream.
Okay, whip that up nice, right?
Whip it up nice, and towards the end of whipping it up, start adding in 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar.
To sweeten it.
Okay.
When you're done whipping the cream, just fold in another half a cup of sour cream.
Okay, awesome. You know, then we take our scone, and I'm going to just put this in our little serving dish here. This is what we would serve with our scones. That and some jam or jelly, right? Awesome. And I'm going to take this scone here. Actually, I got a little bit of mock Devonshire cream on my fingers. So I'm going to choose to take a little bit of these dried cranberries or cran raisins, and then I'm going to take some powdered sugar. I love to garnish with some powdered sugar. And then, you know what would be perfect with these, Mandy?
Yes.
And fabulous cup of coffee from Wall House. So join me next when Wayne Weaver comes back and shares his coffee passion.
For more information on Ohio's Amish Country, go to oacountry.com, where you can plan your stay. Search the calendar of events and attractions from over 7,000 businesses. This year's vacation is more affordable than ever. Turn your day trip into a multi-day vacation adventure in your own backyard. And remember to pick up a free copy of Ohio's Amish Country magazine during your stay. You don't have to travel far to enjoy Ohio's Amish Country.